I'm Natasha, and this is the lovely Lorraine Mottershead. I did get it right this time. I could say Motorhead or Morehead.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you've been a groomer for how many years now?
37.
And how long has it been?
37 in September, really, sort of thing. This particular salon, 17 years. And business will be 30 years in October.
Right. Yeah. And these are all your winning trophies.
Yeah, and I don't compete anymore, to be fair.
So
yeah, there's a couple on the end that aren't, but yeah.
Are these national and international?
No, not international, no.
National
only
awards?
UK, so various different competitions and some judging where I've judged.
You've judged as well?
So yeah, all good fun.
So what made you get into grooming? Because obviously the career you've had, and it's still to keep going, but what got you into it?
I was a YTS at school. I wanted to work with animals, didn't know what I wanted to do. I was thinking something in the zoo or conservation. I don't know, it sounded quite interesting, working with lions, tigers and bears and things, I don't know. Never really thought about dog grooming at all, and then this job opportunity as a trainee came up on the youth training scheme, which was many moons ago, a bit like an apprentice basically. And it was a 2-year course to work alongside an animal care course at St Helens College, which I loved it. It was really good.
Okay.
And so that alongside, so it was pet store management, animal care phase 1 and 2, and then the dog grooming ran alongside that because there wasn't particularly a course for dog grooming, but I was just very fortunate. I had a really good boss at the time, and she was a very good teacher. So.
And you said to me, you don't intend on retiring anytime soon.
No, you can afford to retire. Who wants to retire anyway?
You do enjoy the mentoring, so you like bringing new groomers on.
We don't offer training here. I like sometimes helping other groomers out. Particularly, I like the beginners, or groomers that have qualified, but they just need that little bit of help after. It's a bit like passing your driving test, and then you learn to drive. Yeah. So, and obviously we all get better and better. And dog grooming is a job that you just never ever stop learning. There's loads of breeds I've never groomed, loads. And
so what's been your rarest breed to groom? Or Russian Black Terrier, Laotian. Wow. I like Laotians actually. Yeah. Quite nice. So it's a breed I could probably think about getting. We've got one that comes to us now. She doesn't have the breed standard trim anymore. But I'm poodle mad. I like the poodles. Yes. I like the wool coats actually. So poodles and Bichons. So how many poodles have you currently got now? I've got 3 standard poodles and I've got 2 poodle Bichon crosses. So guys, everyone that works down there has more than one dog. You've got 5. And is 5 the most you've had in one go? No, I've had 7 at the most. 7? Okay. Yeah. Right. I think predominantly poodles, but I've had a border collie in my time. Really, collies? Good old border collie, and a couple of crossbreeds. Right. Came to me sort of by accident, wandering into the house or finding them on the street. So obviously with your extensive years and knowledge, and you're still learning, still progressing anyway, what's been the biggest change you've noticed from when you first started? What's the biggest change you've seen, whether it be the dogs coming through to the salon, or is it people's attitudes? What's the biggest thing you've noticed change in the industry? Well, nearly every dog needs grooming now, more so. Going back to when I started, obviously there's lots of pure breeds around, there are a lot more crossbreeds around now. Lots of doodles, and a lot of people have them as first time dogs, so we do tend to get them coming through the door quite regular. So the amount of grooming is picked up there? Yes, I would say so. And obviously when we had the lockdown period, a lot of people did get dogs, and a lot of people did get a lot of the doodle type dogs. I get it, but it's they need a lot of care and attention regarding their coat. So obviously, me being a trainer, I love the idea of owners learning how to do health checks on the dogs, doing basic groups, checking the paws and things. Do you recommend when someone does take on a puppy or a rescue dog, do you say to them, bring it in, we'll see how it goes, or do you try and we train it. I think it's important. I think you should start with a breeder as well. A good breeder will guide you, and then obviously you come to the groomer or the trainer, and then you've got various different guidance going on. So that's important, to find someone that you trust and that you're good and you get on with as well.
So we tend to take puppies, and it's sort of a couple of weeks after the last puppy vaccination, and then we might take them, depending on what breed, but just on average, I'm going to use a cockapoo for argument's sake, we're talking about them. So the first time will be what we call a back feet and face, or some groomers call it puppy groom, but basically it's just an introduction. There's a lot of training goes on, so it's positive reinforcement within the salon. So we build up a bond and a rapport with the customer as well, and the dog. It's important that the dog comes to us and wants to come to us, because it's not natural for a dog to have a haircut and stand on the table for a couple of hours. It's not natural. So and dogs always want to please 9 times out of 10. So and that's what the groomers want. We want our dogs to be happy.
So you build a bond with the dog.
You build a bond.
Make it positive.
Yeah.
Because obviously it must be weird for dogs when they're in their house with their family to come in here.
Yeah.
There may be 1 or 2 other dogs in the area. The smells. I mean, a lot of
that's it. With
the hair dryers.
Yeah.
I mean, you get the quieter ones, but they're not really that much quieter.
Well, that's it. I mean, we obviously groomers use a bit more big professional dryers and stuff, so that although we've got the bigger noise ones, but we do build up with that. We don't just start off with the big force dryers. We start off with the small, and then we just build up. And puppies generally are quite easy going and go along.
Puppies just want to be loved.
They do. So so from 14 to 16 weeks of age, mate. Some dogs 12, depending on when they've been in the family and gone to the vets and so on and so forth. And then we'll do another month after that, or 3 weeks after that, and then we might build up to do a little bit more of a groom, then a bit more, and then generally by about the 3rd or 4th groom, you're doing the full adult groom.
So basically, you take your time, you build a bond with the dog, because you want to have a nice experience. You also want their owners to go, oh, my dog's really happy.
Yes,
and obviously all dogs are different temperaments.
Yeah.
My dog's really nervous, but loves coming to the groomer.
Yeah.
And you have a dog that looks like he's not only happy, but actually that dog from months previously is a lot better.
You do tend to find actually, whatever there's some dogs that come, hi, but the groomers, hi, Lorraine, blah, blah, blah. And they'll come flying in. Cuteness springs to mind, he's a little Bichon cross. He's super happy. But then we've got dogs that'll come in and a bit like, with your mum, and I'm like, oh God, and you're going your hand lead over. But it's good that you want the owner to be positive as well, because if the owner's going, you do want the dog to be positive, and everything's going to be positive. So you walk in, the lead goes, gets transferred over, the dog comes over, and we take it from there. But our dogs like to just see the owners, walk past the window, and then they turn to go, and the dogs always think forward.
That's their routine.
Yeah, the dogs think forward, don't they? So, yeah.
So if you were someone now online looking for possibly courses or ideas, would you recommend grooming for everybody, or do you think grooming?
Not everybody, no. I mean,
because it is a specialist thing.
It is. I mean, we tend to find a lot of, I don't know there's no hidden thing. There's just some people just fall into grooming and they just have to be really good. Obviously, naturally artistic. I can't draw for love nor money. I can't draw, but I can carve dog hair. Flower. I can make a flower out of dog hair. I can do that. I can do I love the creative side of the dog grooming. And it's like everybody's cup of tea. But the idea, it's why I like the poodles. I think so they can do so much more with their coats. Going back onto that. But if you want to work with animals, it's not all about cuddling puppies all day.
No.
There's a lot of training goes involved in it. And I'm not a dog trainer, but it's things that you learn over time. It's really important. It's a glorified cleaning job, because there's a lot of cleaning involved as well.
But you have to learn about skin conditions and ear problems.
And that's it. He was asking what's got better, and that has definitely got better over the years. Where there's I mean, with the use of internet now, and so many podcasts and Instagram things and everything like that, there's so much information out there. So it's a matter of choosing the right person to follow to get the right information, and that's where the grooming industry has got better, because everybody's just out there to see and to learn from, and literally there's course after course after course. First aid as well.
First aid, because if you trim, if you cut the nail too short and you cut it quick,
it can happen.
Or if the dog jerks Friday, you want to them. So yes, it's not about just putting a dog in the bath and getting a dry. You've got to know your stuff.
Anything, I've come across dogs that I've groomed and they want to find a piece of wire stuck in the dog's sort of like just before the stopper pad at the back. Used to lie with it, but it had slightly gone into the dog. But I'm like, what on earth is this? And I think I'm looking part, and it had gone into the dog a little bit as well. So obviously, he was like, you don't want to just not tell the owner. You've got to inform the owner, because obviously you don't want to get an infection, blah blah blah. So yeah.
But also you've got to be very good with customers, because I'm sure you must have dogs come in that are not in the best state, and they might look okay, and then you get them in the bath and there's a bit of dirt coming to
it's got fleas.
It must have been dogs that have a dangerous matting. So obviously matting is where the fur sticks together and kind of builds up over time, but also it pulls the skin, doesn't it?
Yes, because obviously
you've got to be like, right, so the dogs are going to got an issue, we can sort it out, but you've got to you've almost got to be their best friend, the customer's best friend, because you're dealing with their prime pooch. But you've also got to be able to sort that dog. It is being a bit grumpy or not quite. So you can't have a dog half cooked and go, your dog tried to bite me. It's like, well, it's a bit difficult today, but
there is generally a reason why the dog gets to be upset, and it can be a health problem, it can be a mental issue, so to speak, just generally nerves, and some dogs just a bit more reactive that way. There's a whole host of things.
We agree on, you've got to be a first aid. Good with scissors, clippers and dryers and washes. You've also got to know what to look out for, because a dog may have different colour skin on different parts of the body, which could be an infection, could be how the dog is. And also, you've got to be behaviourist as well, because a dog with cute lips might be normal for that dog, but in other dogs it might be actually showing aggression. So there's a multiple things. You're not just a person that takes the dog, baths it, dries it, hands it back.
No, there's a lot
you become their
more
best buddy, their best pal. And also the owners as well, because if an owner doesn't like someone, they won't come back.
It's really important that an owner tells the groomer, as it is important that the groomer asks the owner, tell me about your dog, and vice versa, because it's important to see whether, because things we don't always get told about is like the dog might chase the hoover at home, which doesn't then bode well
with the dryer,
or it chases the horse pipe at home, or it fell in the canal last week and had a really bad do, or you know what I mean, there's all these things that we need to know, and that can sometimes go from one groom to the next groom with the same dog, it might be something ever slightly different.
Well, no dog's the same, are they?
No dog is the same, no.
So in here with this for your salon now, you don't tend to do biggish breeds in general.
Yeah,
that's
the silent poodle.
But that's the poodle.
Yeah.
She's biased, completely biased. Same with the spaniels, but mostly because you've got such a good rapport with all your clients in the area and from travelling afar. You don't require new dogs as such, but the dogs you've had have been here for years.
Many years.
What's the longest you had?
The longest, literally, from when obviously not the same dog, it's a lady and she's got 3 Yorkies, she's always had Yorkies, and she was one of my first customers back in '96.
And you still got her now?
Still got her now, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's but you got a real friendship with her.
Yeah,
She'll probably come and do your cup of tea now or something.
Yeah, she's good, yeah. But no, we do see a lot, and we have had a lot of customers that we've had over the years. Do you know, and then you'll get a new puppy, and it's nice to see. Some people might have a little break. Yeah. When they've sadly lost a dog, but then they might get a break and then you'll come back.
You still got room.
But they are always welcome as our customers because
they're part of the family, aren't they?
Yes, most definitely, yeah.
Because having a dog is not just about taking it for a walk or doing agility or doing tricks, it's bringing it into your family life. And like you said, the owners are not just giving you not just paying a bit there. They go, how's your week been? Oh, I had a really good day. How's your dog been? And like we've heard earlier on, someone phoned and said dogs are doing very well.
Yeah.
You don't expect that phone call, but it's nice to go, hey, you know what, I'm not coming this week because he's not well. I'll see you next week.
Yeah.
So basically, as I've found with working animals, it's not just about the trainer, the behaviourist, the vet, the owner, the best friend, the neighbour. We say it takes a village to raise a child, but with a dog, it does take the groomer, the trainer, the vet, the dog walker, the person down the pub and orders a biscuit for them. So if you were someone who was thinking about becoming a groomer, obviously you would say yes, go for it, because obviously you've had a very good career and you've chosen the competitive side of you. It's more because you enjoy the competitive, it's not a need to be competitive.
No, it's good for learning though, it's good for learning and bettering yourself, because you should be getting judges' feedback, or it's good for learning new breeds as well. So if you think I want to get or to get better at scissoring work. So you might choose a Bichon or a hand scissor breed like a poodle and something like that. It's a poodle then, isn't it?
It's okay. We know she likes poodles, we've got the hint.
But you might want to go, so you've got judges that you can go and compete and judge in a poodle class or judge in a hand scissoring class in your Bichon or your Cocker Spaniels or there's a whole host of things.
It's a good way of learning from other people what they've done and how they do things, I'm presuming.
And grooming, if you decide to become a groomer and you've done your course, and there are various things out there, and from your City and Girls to your iPet, there's various different courses out there. But it's important. It can be lonely, so lots of groomers work on their own. And there are other options out there. You can rent a table somewhere and work part-time at that salon and part-time at another salon, and that's a good thing because you can also get groomers that will help you.
Yeah.
So if you've got a good team that you're working with,
you should have a nice team.
Yeah, we do have a nice team. Yeah.
We're all crackers.
And sometimes it's nice to be on your own and groom on your own because it's nice and peaceful.
Yeah.
And the big groomers out there that just love that. It's just them and the dog, and that suits. But then it can be lonely over time, so that's where grooming events are fun and good. And
it's a social event as well.
You don't feel like you're quite on your own out there.
Because grooming, there's a lot of groomers.
Yeah.
And by the sound of it, business is continuing to rise up, and obviously since COVID, a lot more people have got dogs now, and the cockapoos and the oodles, as I call them, are now much more popular breed than a lot of breeds in the UK.
Yeah.
So it might be a bit lonely at times being a groomer, but there's competitions you can do, there's socials, and
lots of
there's always live events and things,
groups,
isn't there, like crafts and things as well.
Yeah, crafts is another good one.
Yeah.
But it's, I've got a lot of, I've met a lot of really nice people in the industry over the years, and I think I call it my grooming family, and then I've got my creative ones, I call them my crazy creatives, because they like doing, it's a bit been handled a bit there now, but like the model dogs, they're really good for lots of groomers, so they're not real dogs.
I've seen some of your Facebook pages. Is there a poodle, a beautiful white poodle, and it looks like it's got Elmo on it from Sesame Street?
That'll be a groom, it's not my work.
Oh right, I thought it was one of yours,
yeah.
But I've seen poodles with literally characters and Star Wars.
So that's called extreme creative. Now very often poodles are used in that because they're quite amiable and they've been used to being groomed from like 4 weeks of age.
Right.
So it has to be the right dog, and it has to be a calm or very friendly
That's
dog.
the next level of grooming, isn't it?
It's just a different way to do creativity, and it's all very often just typical as like chalks and so on and so forth, or a vegan based.
I have seen a poodle charcoal like a panda.
Yeah.
That was when I saw a few years ago, and I was like, that's a poodle.
But it's, they should be pet safe colour, so they are developed for, and so they're very often like a vegan or vegetable based sort of product.
So what's next for you in general? Are you going to continue the mentoring and such? Are you going to do competition anytime soon?
No, well I do currently run a dog grooming event called the Great British Grooming Show. At the moment I'm just sort of chilling at the minute. I've got nothing planned, if you like. Sometimes nice to do nothing.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I'm getting older, but obviously I work here all the time. I've nothing really planned, and that's sometimes quite nice.
I've certainly still got a love for your craft.
I love the job.
You love working with your dogs, you love working with your team.
Yeah.
So got a spark in your eye for it, no chance of retiring, so that's good.
No.
She's not retiring yet, we're not letting her.
Not retiring.
Well, I can't thank you enough for happily accepting to have an interview today, so I appreciate it. So guys, this is Lorraine, so it's been a pleasure to, and I must admit, this is an impressive haul of trophies. And they're all their memories though, aren't they, as well?
They are, yes. Yeah, most definitely. I mean, I'd have to have a proper look around, I can almost tell you what a lot of them are, which is quite nice. I've had a couple of best in shows in here.
So if you could pick one particularly right now.
I don't know, sometimes you look at rosettes, probably, get in. I got an award at the Listhall Achievement Awards, and I've had which is that one there, and that was a congeniality award, basically being a nice person. And then I've had a Judge of the Year nominee, that was quite nice. I didn't win it, but it's nice to be nominated. And I didn't deserve to win it either in me because I hadn't been judging long enough.
So you thought you didn't deserve it?
No, but it's nice to be nominated. So it's not all about,
yeah,
you know.
peers did. So you're
And
impression.
I know, well, it's nice to be nice, isn't it? You know, I like to be kind with the groomers.
It's nice when your passion, you know, obviously potentially creates a role in your life, whether it be a hobby or in this case a career.
Yeah.
And then other people to go, hey, you know what, she's doing all right. We're going to
Yeah.
that having that recognition,
Yeah.
whether you agree with it or
Yeah.
not, it's what other people think. You think,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I didn't need it, but I've got it.
Yeah.
It's a really nice feeling.
That's
So
Well,
it must be amazing to have someone say, you know what, yes, you are a nice person.
Yeah, it
You
was.
are a
It was
good
nice,
groomer,
yeah.
and we all think so.
And
So yeah, that must be
I'd say
the
with the also the Liz Paul Awards again, we did the events and we've had two events of the year winners of that, and then we've been nominated again this year. So, but that's nice because it makes you think. You know that's good, but it's tough. But I don't know why we do it sometimes. But it's good.
You
fun.
love it so much.
But I do like the beginners. I like the beginner groomers and new.
You like going
groomers.
to the troughs and watching the youngsters do it, don't
Oh,
you?
there's some blinking good groomers out there. I tell you, there really are.
Well, thank you ever so much for today. Right, guys, that's the nice Lorraine Mottershead, and hopefully we'll see you soon. But thank you ever so much.